Hello, friends. Good evening. Welcome to the special session on must do questions from CAT 24 slot 2. As you are very well aware, in the previous video, we've done the same session but with slot 1 quant questions. So today we'll be looking at questions from slot 2. We'll wait a couple of minutes. We have some more people coming in. Hi, good evening, James. Thanks for tuning in right on time. It'll be a good session. We'll see how we can solve questions in the easiest possible time, right? And how to pick them and then do the easiest questions to maximize our percentile in the section. All right, just a couple of minutes. Hi, good evening, Jatin. Hope your preparation is going in full swing. We have less than a month to go to the CAT, right? So we'll do it the same way we did the last session, guys. Today we'll be focusing only on slot 2 of quant, right? We'll time ourselves. We'll take, let's say, about 30-35 minutes, right? And in 30-35 minutes, we'll see how many questions we can do and how we'll pick those questions. And then at the end of it, we'll see our score, right? And also, obviously, the percentile. With that effort, in about 30-35 minutes, how much could a decent student actually score in the actual exam, right? Hi, Pavan. Good evening. So let's get started, guys. The time in my watch is 6:01. So let's remember that time. Let's start the section. I'm seeing these questions for the first time, just so you know, right? So I'll write the time in this corner. So Bina incurs 19% loss, question from percentage profit and loss, when she sells a product at 4,860 to Sham, who in turn sells this product to Hari. All right, Bina is selling to Sham, who in turn sells it to Hari, right? And she's incurring a loss of 19% when she sells a product at 4,860. She's selling at 19% discount or 19% loss, which means instead of 100, she's selling at 81 rupees per 100, right? So 0.81. 0.81 into Bina's cost is equal to 4860, right? See, 0.81. Just divide 4860 by 0.81. 60, clearly this one is 6,000 rupees. Next step. If Bina would have sold this product to Sham at the purchase price of Hari, okay, how much Sham is selling this to Hari at, I do not know, but had Bina sold it directly to Hari at the same price, she would have obtained 17% profit. So that's plus 17%. What's the cost price of Bina? We just calculated 6,000. 6,000, increase it by 17% into 1.17. 6,001, 6,000, 6,000 to 0.17, 1020. So 7020, which means to get a profit of 17%, Bina would have had to sell it to Hari at 7,020 rupees. Now the question, the profit in rupees made by Sham is, see Sham, he bought it for 4860 and he sold it for 7020, right? How much is the difference? 70, 20 minus 4860. 20 minus 60, the last digit would be 60. 69 minus 48, 21. First one, 2160. Took about a couple of minutes. We're going a little slow. First question, down. Next question, guys. If x and y satisfy the equations mod x plus x plus y is 15 and x plus mod y minus y is 20, then x minus y equal to. No minimum, no maximum, no cannot be determined. So I have a unique solution. Okay, quickly, let's open the mod. We'll have, to my mind, we'll have multiple cases where x and y both are positive, positive, negative, negative, positive, and negative, negative. Let's look at the first case. First case, 2x plus y is equal to 15. This is positive, so 2x plus y is equal to 15. And what about this? Y minus y cancels out, x is equal to 20. Hey, if both are positive and x is already 20, 2 into 20, 40, y will be negative. So it's not the first case, clearly. It's not a case of x positive, y positive. What about the second case? X is positive, y is negative. X is positive, y is negative, meaning the first one, 2x plus y is equal to 15. This one, x plus mod of y, since y is negative, mod y will be minus y. X minus y minus y. X minus 2y is equal to 20. Okay, two equations, two unknowns. I have a y here. Let's multiply this by 2. 4x plus 2y is equal to 30. Add the 2, y cancels. 5x is 50. X is equal to 10. Substitute that either here or there. Okay, substitute that here. Let's say y is equal to, this is 40, 30 minus 5. This goes well with my assumption that x is positive and y is negative. Should I look at the other cases? Sorry, this is an exam. This is not a classroom where I'm curious to learn more. I know x is positive, y is negative, and I got only one case. The question is asking, what is x minus y? 10 minus of minus 5. Option 2, 15. There's no question of other possibilities because I have a unique answer here. That's what the options are telling me, right? So, all right. Next question. All the values of x satisfying the inequality 1 by x plus 5 less than or equal to 1 by 2x minus 3. Options look fairly straightforward, nothing complicated here. 1 by x plus 5, let's take it to the other side. Minus 1 by 2x minus 3 is less than or equal to 0. Standard approach, right? All inequality questions. This comes here, this goes there. 2x minus 3 minus x minus 5 by x plus 5 into 2x minus 3 less than or equal to 0. So what is that? X minus 8 by x plus 5 into 2x minus 3 is less than or equal to 0. Right? Let's plot these points quickly. Minus 5 to x minus 3 is 0. This is 3 by 2. X minus 8 is 0. X is equal to 8. Now tell me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 regions, right? Beyond 8, if I substitute any value beyond this, this will be positive, positive, positive. But I want less than or equal to 0. Not this region. Okay. Which means obviously in between this region, it's going to work. Here it will not work. Here it's going to work. This is a technique that I already know, right? So can it be equal to 3 by 2? No. In that case, denominator will be 0. I can't have that. Can it be 8? Yes. Right? So I can have 8 lying between 8 and 3 by 2. It can be equal to 8, can be equal to 8, greater than 3 by 2, right? Both work for me. It has to be less than minus 5. Not this. It has to be option 2. X is less than minus 5 or 3 by 2 less than x less than or equal to 8. Right? We have 3 questions already. Progress is good, I would say. Question number 4. When 3 power 333 is divided by 11. Okay, easy one. Powers of 3, check. 3 power 1, 3 divided by 11. Remainder is 3, not interested. 3 square by 11. 9 by 11, right? What is the remainder? Minus 2 or plus 9, not interested. 3 cube, 27 by 11, remainder is 5, not interested. 3 power 4, no. 3 power 5, yes, we're interested in this. What is 3 power 5? 243. So remainder when divided by 11, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 minus 4 is 1, right? So 3 power 5, I'll rewrite this as 66, 3 power 330 into 3 cube divided by 11. 243 divided by 11, remainder is 1. 1 power 66 is 1. This is 27 by 11. 11 2s are 22, remainder 5. Let's take a quick look at some of the comments. Hi Jatin, I only completed 15% of my syllabus. I'm pretty nervous. What are the topics I need to give more attention for my preparation? Jatin, if you watch the previous video also, you would realize one thing, especially in Quant, arithmetic has a lion's share of the questions. That is something we will prove today too. At the end of 30-35 minutes, arithmetic constitutes simple equations, ratio proportion variation, just profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, time and work, time, speed, distance, and averages, mixtures, allegations. These 7 topics which form the first book of your time material. It is so comprehensive, it's hard not to crack most of the questions that come in the exam. See, you get 8, 9, 10 questions out of 22 from these 7 topics alone. So if you're good at them, you will end up with 97, 98, 99 percentile in the quant section without a doubt, right? So I'm assuming today's question was very specific to quant. So I hope that answers your question. Don't worry. Don't take too much stress. Let's make the best of the next 27 days. Right? These 7 topics, arithmetic and 97 to 98 percentile if you get this right. Got it? 4th question done. Next one, guys. 5th question. Okay. It looks a little cumbersome. A, B, and C are positive real numbers. A greater than 10 greater than or equal to B greater than or equal to A, 10, B, C, and I have log A plus B, log A minus B. Honestly, not a very comfortable question, especially it's question number 5. I still have 17 more questions. I don't want to be stuck on this question. I would like to see the other questions. All right. Next question, 6th question. The sum of the infinite series 1 by 5 into 1 by 5. Okay, 1 by 5 into 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7. 1 by 5 square minus 1 by 7 square. 1 by 5 cube minus 1 by 7 cube plus dot 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 so on. All right. There's 1 by 5, 1 by 5 square, 1 by 5 whole cube. Okay. Let's expand this first term. 1 by 5 square minus 1 by 35 plus 1 by 5 whole power 4 minus 1 by 5 into 735, 1 by 35 square. Next one, 1 by 5 power 6 minus 1 by 35 cube and so on. Okay, focus on the first terms, guys. 1 by 5 square, 1 by 5 power 4, 1 by 5 power 6 and so on. This is clearly an infinite GP, right? Let's separate that. 1 by 5 square plus 1 by 5 power 4 plus 1 by 5 power 6 plus dot 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 minus, how about these terms? 1 by 35 plus 1 by 35 square plus 1 by 35 cube plus so on. Now we know how to deal with infinite GPs, right? A plus AR square plus so on dot 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 is equal to A by 1 minus R. So what is this? 1 by 5 square, 1 by 25 by 1 minus 1 by 25. Similarly, minus, right, 1 by 35 by 1 minus 1 by 35. So how much is this? 1 by 25 minus 1, 24. This will be 1 by 24 minus 35 minus 1, 1 by 34. How much is this? 34 minus 24, 10 by 24 into 34. This will be 5 by 12 into 34. Okay, 5, 5. I'm looking for 5. 5 in the numerator, 5. 4 into 12 photos are 808. Option 2. Right? Didn't take much time. The question wasn't lengthy. That's the reason I went for it. Fortunately, I was rewarded. I could split it into 2 infinite GPs, one GP and the other GP. Right? Hope that's clear, guys. Yes, great. Next one, a bus starts at 9 a.m., follows a fixed route. One day it traveled at 60 kmph, reached its destination. Time and distance question, but lengthy question. I would like to save it for later. If possible, I would have preferred to mark it for review so that I can come back to it. Right? A vessel contained a certain amount of solution of acid and water. 2 liters of water was added. Solution had 50%. All right, quick, not difficult this part. 15 was further added. The solution had 80% acid. All right, looks doable. There's a certain amount of solution of acid and water. Let's say A amount of acid, W amount of water. When 2 liters of water was added, A and W plus 2. What happened? The new solution had 50% acid concentration, meaning after 2 liters was added, these two became equal. A is equal to W plus 2. All right. So I'll simplify this. Initially, there was W plus 2 liters of acid, W liters of water. Okay. We added 2 liters of water. So it became W plus 2, W plus 2 equal 50-50. Then what? 15 liters of acid was further added. 15. What do we have now? W plus 17 acid, W plus 2 water. The final solution had 80% acid concentration. How much acid do we have? W plus 17 is 80% of the whole thing, right? This plus this. W plus 17 plus W plus 2 into 2W plus 19. How much is this? W plus 17 is 1.6 W plus 8 into 19. How much? 15.2. Carry this here. 0.6 W is equal to 1.8 or W is equal to 3. What is the question asking? The ratio of water and acid in the original solution. Water was 3, acid was 5. 3:5. Okay, this was a very close one. We narrowly escaped marking 5:3. Please be careful about these mistakes in the exam. Water to acid. So 3:5. Option 1. Moving on. If m and n are natural numbers such that n is greater than 1, okay, and m power n is equal to 2 power 25 into 3 power 40, then m minus n equals. Looks like a question from indices and surds. It could also be a question. It's a question from numbers. It also uses a bit of indices and surds, right? N is greater than 1. Okay. How is that relevant here? N being greater than 1 means this can't be 1. Okay, why does it matter? So we can't express this as 2 power 25 into 3 power 40 whole power 1. That's the whole scenario that is being averted, right? 2 power 25 into 3 power 40, such a scenario we're trying to avoid. We're trying to express this number as something else. Okay, an idea is coming to mind, something like, let's say you have a 2 power 16, you can express it as 2 power 2 whole power 8, 2 power 4 whole power 4, right? Something like that, or 2 power 8 whole power 2, right? Now, 2 power 16 can be expressed in so many different ways. 2 power 1 whole power 16 or 2 power 16 whole power 1. Whole power 1 is rejected because n is greater than 1. N is not 1, right? However, here we need to express both primes 2 and 3 as something, right? These I can express as 2 power 5 whole power 5. 3 power 40 also I can express as 3 power 8 whole power 5. So is that the only way? Whole power 5 whole power 5. Yes, this 5 is common. So my n can be 5. In which case my number can be 2 power 5 into 3 power 8 whole power 5, right? 25 is 5 into 5. 40 is also 8 into 5. So what would this be? 32 into, what is 3 power 8? This is 9, 27, 81, 243. 3 power 5 is 243. We need to multiply another 3, 729. Another 3, 2, 187. Another 3, 6, 5, 6, 1. Right? 32 into 6, 5, 6, 1 whole power 5. This is m power n. Okay. What is n? 5. What is m? This whole number. The question is asking me m minus n equals. I got a lot of confidence in this question because there are no minimum, maximum, what could be, how many values could it be? It's just asking me for m minus n equals. So there's only a unique case. Once I made this power 5 connection, I was fairly confident I'm on the right track because there's only one answer to this question according to the paper setter, right? So here 32 into 6561 minus 5, okay. If you look at the options, 2099, 2099, all are 2099. So I'm not interested in this part at all. 32, 37, 42, 47. Only the last 2 digits are going to make some difference. So fine, 32 into 61. What are going to be the last 2 digits? 32 into 61. 32, 60 is a 1920, right? 20, 32, ones are 32. 20 plus 32, 52. So it will be 52 something 52 minus 5. Option 3. It's going to be 209947. All right. Great confidence booster this was. This 5 was good. And then from there we got it pretty fast. All right. Next question, guys. If x and y are real numbers such that 4x square plus 4y square minus 4xy minus 6y plus 3 is 0, then the value of 4x plus 5y. Okay, if you're trying to complete squares, this is 2x whole square, this is 2y whole square, this is x into y. All right, let's take a term that can include both of them. Okay, 2x minus y whole square, 4x square will come here, plus y square. Okay, minus 4xy will come from here, right? So I'll be left with 3y square, right? This is 4x square. This is minus 4xy. This is plus y square. Plus y square is 4y square minus 6y plus 3. Okay, now this is taking shape actually. 2x minus y whole square plus, take 3 common. Y square minus 2y plus 1 is y minus 1 whole square. This is a perfect square, and that is a perfect square. X and y are real numbers. So a perfect square will be greater than or equal to 0. A perfect square will be greater than or equal to 0. Now this plus this is 0 means this has to be 0. 2x minus y is 0 or 2x is equal to y. Similarly, y minus 1 is 0 or y is equal to 1. Okay, y is 1, x is 1 by 2, right? What is the question asking me? 4x plus 5y, 4 into 1 by 2, 2 plus 5 into 1, 5. My answer is 7. Right, friends? So far, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're picking well. We got a lot of questions right so far. 3 circles of equal radii touch each other externally. Geometry question, 3 touch externally. 2 other circles are drawn such that both touch each of the 3 previous circles. Okay. The radius of x is all right. So one of them, okay, this is how they are, something like this. There are 3 circles. There's one drawn in their midst, and the other one is going like that. Involves a little bit of geometry. Geometry may be similar triangles, something else. If I'm not very comfortable, I'm going to skip this for now. I'll come back to this later. I got some idea in my head, but I don't know. Such questions are not always easy. All right. This one is so big. I'll have to think twice before even reading it fully. Okay. P, Q, R, and S are 4 towers. Hi, Doraemon. Good evening. How are you doing? Hope you're enjoying the session so far. If you joined late, you could always access the rest of the session a little while later. Question is not visible. All right. P, Q, R, and S are 4 towns. One can travel between P and Q along 3 direct routes. Let me adjust for blur. I hope it's better now. Yeah, thanks. So there are 4 towns. One can travel between P and Q along 3 paths. P and Q 3 paths, Q and S 4 paths, P and R 4 paths. No direct path between P and S. Well, okay, this is a question from P and C, permutations and combinations. But honestly, like way too many conditions now. Yeah, thank you, Sachin. Thank you for confirming. I'm skipping this, guys. I'm really not going to do this within the time. A function f, again, function questions, geometry questions, sorry, algebra questions. A function maps the set of natural numbers to whole numbers such that f of xy is f of x into f of y plus f of x plus f of y. My God. And finally, we're being asked for f of 1,60,000. The very fact that we are asked such a big number means there's some pattern, some trend here that we need to follow. But we start with f of p equal to 1 for every prime number. Okay, we convert primes into composite. From f of p equal to 1, we find f of 2, we find f of 5, we find f of 7, and some pattern here. It could be easy to miss. All right, we're at 6:22, so 21 minutes since we started. About 10-11 more minutes. Let's try to maximize our score in the meanwhile. Anil invests 22,000 for 6 years in a scheme with 4% interest per annum. SIC equation can rarely go wrong here, right? Compounded half yearly. All right. So instead of 4% per annum, we'll take 2% per half year and then compound it twice per year, right? So separately, Sunil invests a certain amount in the same scheme for 5 years and then reinvest the entire amount at the end of 5 years. And if the amounts received by both at the end of 6 years are equal. Okay, all right. So Anil invested 22,000 rupees, right, at a rate of interest of 4% per annum. Half year will be 2%, right? 1.02 whole par. 6 years, but we are compounding every 6 months, correct? So each year will have 2 cycles. 6 years will have 12 cycles, which is same as how much is this Sunil investing? Let's say Sunil is investing amount P for 5 years. All right. 1.02 instead of par 12, it will be par 10. 5 years means 5 into 2, 10 periods. Whatever amount he gets, he is once again investing it at 10%. So he'll get further 10% interest on it. This amount is equal to that amount. 1.02 whole part 10 cancels. Instead of 12, I'll have 12 minus 2. So what is this? 1.1 will come here. 1.1 divided will be 20,000. 20,000 into 1.02 whole square. We know 1.02 whole square is 1.2 plus 2, 0, 4. 2 into 2, 0, 4. This is 1.0404 is equal to P. So what is the value of P? 20808. Option 2, guys. Not really difficult, just 2-3 steps. Of course, there's a trick here. This would save you a lot of time if you knew it, but we discussed that in speed maths classes anyway. Right, guys, some more time, we can do another couple of questions, I guess. 15th one, the coordinates of the 3 vertices of a triangle are, all right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 2, and 1, 10. Okay, looks like some triangle like this. Then the radius of the incircle, all right, incircle, point of congruence of the angle, bisectors and all that. I have some idea. 1, 2, 7, 2. This is a flat line, horizontal. This is a vertical line. Clearly, it's a right angle triangle, right? Right angle triangle. I can find the sides. I can find the area. I can do that, but not something I would say is easy, especially under time constraint, right? We have about 10 minutes to go, and it will take a little while if you're not very comfortable with it, if you don't remember the formula immediately, right? So let's see the next one. Okay, arithmetic, again, a very lengthy question. Not gonna do that. X plus root 6 is a square root of x plus 6 root 2. Square root of x minus 6 root 2 is 2 root 2. Again, no idea, no immediate idea is coming. Now I'm really looking for questions I can do very quickly. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD. Sides AD and BC when extended, AB is 2. Okay, I quickly got what I wanted. AB is a trapezium, AB is 2. And this is CD. CD is a 1. And perimeter of ABCD is 6. Okay, this plus this. This and this I know is 2 plus 1, 3. So this plus this should also be 3, right? Now AD and BC when extended meet at E. All right. So the question now is find the perimeter of AEB. Okay, there's no bias towards the left or right. Without thinking too much, I know the perimeter is 6, 2 plus 1, 3. Can't I just say this is 1.5 and this is, I'll assume that because there's no cannot be determined. There's a unique answer. 1.5, 1.5, tell me. This is parallel to this. I can apply basic proportionality theorem, right? Triangle ECD is similar to triangle EBA, right? So base to base is 1:2, which is this is to this should also be 1:1. So this should be 1.5, 1.5. Check now. 1.5 by 3, 1:2. 1.5 by 3, 1:2. Perfect. So what do I need now? Perimeter of this triangle. 1.5, 1.5. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8. Done. Option 2. In no time. Quick assumption, exam assumption. Assume these are equal because there's no bias towards this side or that side. I have no additional information and I have a unique answer. Right? Next question, guys. When, okay, 20, 21, big question, not gonna do this, not gonna touch this. This maybe when Rajesh's age was same as the present age of Garima. Okay, this is their present age and I'm talking about their past ages. This is Rajesh, this is Garima. Okay, Rajesh's age was same as the present age of Garima. Let Garima's present age be G. Once upon a time, when Rajesh's age was G, the ratio of their ages was 3:2. I have a quick question, Doraemon. Sir, I have doubt in AP, GP types of questions. Doraemon, I mean, we have uploaded a lot of questions based on algebra, arithmetic progressions, geometric progressions. In fact, we almost have a playlist for all previous year questions on our channel. Please go through them. They would help you immensely. We have a whole playlist of some 100 questions, you know, with arithmetic, algebra, geometry questions and all that. Please feel free to learn from them. They'll help you immensely, right? So coming back to the question, when Garima's age became the same as the, okay, the ratio of their ages was 3:2, right? This was 3:2. So what is Garima's age back then? 2/3 of Rajesh's age. When Rajesh was G, Garima's age was 2/3G. Now today, Garima's age is G, means it has been G by 3 years into the future, correct? Which means Rajesh's age will also be 4g by 3. Can you appreciate this part now? Once upon a time, Rajesh's age was g. Back then, Garima's age was 2 by 3g. Now today their ages are g, comma, I don't know this. Garima's age went from 2g by 3 to g, which means we traveled g by 3 years into the future, which means Rajesh's age will also go up by g by 3, right? So 4g by 3. Now the question, when Garima's age becomes the same as the present age of Rajesh, what is Rajesh's present age? 4g by 3. When Garima's age becomes 4g by 3, meaning another g by 3 into the future, right? Which means Rajesh's age will also go up by another g by 3, which is 5g by 3. So the age ratio of the ages of Rajesh and Garima by 3 GG, 5:4 is what we are looking at. Option 1, right? So almost 30 minutes is done. Now, if I had a little more time, this is something I would have wanted to try. Definitely not the remaining 2 questions. They're so lengthy, right? Unless I've exhausted all the other questions, I wouldn't be trying them. Please understand, reading this will take me a minute, no less than a minute. Framing the equations, another half minute. At the end of 1.5 minutes, you decide whether you can do it or not, right? So not gonna do that. This one, however, roots are given. It doesn't look easy. It also looks like it will take a little time. At least the reading cost is less. But I think we'll stop here. We'll take stock of the situation and then we'll try to review some of the other questions. Let's see how many we got right. 5 is to, okay, we attempted 1 question here. 2, 3, 4, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11. We got 11 questions. We could do 11 out of 22. 11 would translate into, all are right? Yeah, all are right. So that's 33 marks. 33 marks out of 66 marks. This was slot 2 CAT 2024. This would have given us almost like 99 percentile, guys. 99 percentile. If you remember from the experience of the previous video, there also we sort of did within 30 minutes, we could do almost 12 questions, I think. There also we were close to 99 to 99.3 percentile in the limited time. Then also we timed ourselves and we did everything in only 30 minutes. We did not exceed that. So this is proof. At the beginning of the session, someone asked, hey, I'm struggling now. Not much of my syllabus is covered, right? This is proof that if you realize, even in this session, we sort of prioritized a lot of arithmetic questions, but we didn't do those arithmetic questions which were very lengthy. All the other questions we definitely did, right? All the easy ones we did without a second thought. All the lengthy ones, we sort of saved them for a little later, right? Hi, Doraemon. Good evening. Sum of 3 numbers in increasing GPA is 42 if the first term and third term are each multiplied by 2 and the second term is multiplied by 5 by 2. The resulting terms are in AP. What are the 3 terms in GP? All right. We'll take it up again some other time. I think it's part of the special workshop, right? I mean, if you were attending that workshop, I think we would have done that question there. Right, guys? What we did today, now, just as an afterthought, we'll look at a few more questions and see which one of them we could have done if we had a little more time. But honestly, question 5 still feels a little cumbersome. I think it would take a lot of time. Don't want to be stuck there. This question, I think, is something we could have done if we had a little more time. And a bus starts at 9 a.m., follows a fixed route every day. One day it traveled at a constant speed of 60 kilometers per hour and reached its destination 3.5 hours late. Okay, let's say the scheduled time is t. T plus 3.5 into 60, that is the distance, the normal distance, the regular distance, right? Next day it traveled 2/3 of its route in 1/3 of its total scheduled time and the remaining part at 40 kilometers per hour to reach just on time. All right, so yeah, we write the second equation. Can be done, not very challenging, but sure, reading the whole thing, writing this equation and solving would take some time, right? There was a reason we couldn't do it immediately, right? This one again, this one I think is something we could have done now, free of any confines of time. See this question. This is what it would look like. I have a small circle here, which is just touching the three circles. And then I have a larger circle here, which is circumscribing the three circles. All right. So let's say this radius of each large circle, which is equal, obviously, is capital R. Right. This is capital R. This is capital R. And this is smaller. Right. And I'd like to find out the circle of the ratio of the larger radius to the smaller radius. Right. So from here, if you see, all right. So excellent. Now I realize what's happening here. What we are dealing with is an equilateral triangle, right? So the center of this small circle also happens to be the centroid. Centroid or orthocenter or circumcenter or incenter, correct? Which means, so if R capital R, I can absolutely find out this length, right? I can find the length of the altitude. This length would be 2/3 of the length of the median or the altitude. So I can find this length. From that subtract capital R, you will get smaller, right? Further, you add smaller and capital R and another capital R, 2R plus smaller. This would be the ratio of the larger circle. So the ratio of the larger circle will be capital R plus capital R. 2R plus R is to, what is the ratio of this thing? Is to small r. So 2R by R plus 1 is to this whole thing. That's all we have to find out. Now, the idea dawned a little late. If we were quicker, perhaps we could have done it within the time to, maybe we could have done one more question. This was PNC question. We had to connect city. So we had PQ, QR, QS. We had some routes, we had some direct routes. We had to add and subtract. All right. So guys, that's sort of a good session, I would think. Now, if you look at this one, for example, f of p is 1 for every prime number, f of 2 will be 1, f of 5 will be 1, f of 7 will be 1, f of 3 will be 1, and so on, right? So we are interested in finding out f of 1,60,000. So 1,60,000 is 2 power 4 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 power 4 into 5 power 4, right, which is 2 power 8 into 5 power 4, right? So maybe what we can do is f of x into y. So we'll write this as 400 into 400, and then 400 will split it as 20 into 20. 20 will split as 4 into 5. 4 will split as 2 into 2 into 5, right? So we know f of 2, we know f of 5. So literally, to answer this question, we don't even need the others. We just need f of 2 and f of 5. But it will be an iterative process, right? F of, for example, f of 10 will be f of 2 into f of 5, right? So 1 into 1 plus 1 plus 1, that will be 3, something like that. An iterative process. The hack here, guys, is if you had given me f of 160, I would have been more worried. But since I have 1,60,000, I'm sort of more confident, right? I think when someone gives a question as big as that, a number something like 1,60,000 or 10 lakhs, I know there's definitely a trick somewhere. I just need to find the pattern, right? If someone gives 160, f of 160, then I'll worry, okay, how many steps will it involve? How many times do I have to do it? How many numbers do I have to go on, right? So this question we had done 20808. Now this was a question, I think, with a little more effort, with 1 more minute, we could have done this. I just left it because not everyone remembers the formula for in radius and all that. But we know the formula. Area of a triangle is half into base into height. See, this was 1, 2. This is C, 1, 2, 1, 10. This is clearly 8. 1, 2, 7, 2. This is clearly 6. 6, 8, the most common Pythagorean triplet. 6, 8 means this is 10. So I can find out area of the triangle. Half into 6 into 8. Half into base into height is equal to small r into smallest. That's it. Small r is my in radius. And what is S? 6 plus 8, 14 plus 10, 24. 24 semi-perimeter by 2, 12. Right? So this is 3. 8 is a 24 by 12. R is equal to 2. Wouldn't have taken much time at all. Anyone remembers this formula? Area is equal to small r into small s. Done. This was a slam dunk. Right? Next question. Yeah, this is lengthy, but I'm sure it is just a little bit of simple equations and percentages. Anyone can do it, provided they have the time. Right? This was a genuinely not an easy one. I think this would have taken some time, unless you were very familiar with something like that you've seen. What we are dealing with is 6 root 2 minus root x minus 6 root 2 is equal to 2 root 2. All right. Okay, we can actually square this, right? X plus 6 root 2 plus x minus 6 root 2, 2x, and then that's one approach, right? Or you can also look at it as x plus 2 root 3. 3 goes inside, 3 is 9, so 18 minus root x minus 2 root 18 is equal to 2 root 2, right? Typically, this has to be of the form a plus root b. This has to be of the form a minus root b, right? Root b minus of minus root b, 2 root b is 2 root 2, right? Root b is 2. Okay, all right, I'm already making progress. I can see that. So b has to be equal to 2, right? A plus root 2 into something. That's what's happening here. This was a question. We just took a shortcut, immediately assumed these two sides are equal, and then got the answer in no time. I'm sure even without assuming that, with a little more mathematical rigor, we could have answered it. Right? So 19th we got it right anyway. 20th would take a little while, looks like, because we have a cube and b cube. So instead of alpha plus beta, we have to get it into alpha cube plus beta cube. Right? This was a lengthy question. Again, this was a lengthy question. Right? Hi Maverick, sir, can you tell us the speed match behind 1.02 whole square? Absolutely. See, 1.01 whole square is 1.01 plus 01. I mean, forget about the 1.01 for a moment. Let's say, what is 101 whole square? 1 first, 01 plus 01, 02, 01 into 01, 01. That's it. Okay. What about 103 whole square? 1, 03 plus 03, 06. 03 into 03, 09. What about 109 whole square? 1, 9 plus 9, 18. 9 into 9, 81. Okay. What if things are not so easy? 103 into 104. All right. 1, 3 plus 4, 07. 3 into 4, 12. Very helpful technique, especially while solving simple interest, compound interest questions. More like compound interest questions. Because there you can have 1.08 whole cube, 1.03 whole square, 1.06 whole cube kind of a thing, right? So, I mean, if you're wondering, does it work for 112 whole square? Of course it would. Why not? 1, 12 plus 12, 24. What is 12 into 12? It's not 2 digits anymore. 144. So, right? 144. So, this is 12544, right? Very helpful technique. Yes. So, guys, I think if you have any other questions about the whatever we did today, any other shortcuts, anything else you didn't follow, or you have a better technique, please, now is the time to speak. Otherwise, as we promised in the previous session, we're trying to keep this as short and crisp as we can. Session starts, we solve the best possible sets, pick them, solve them, show it live, and then we'll end the session. Anyway, that will be uploaded later on YouTube. You could always come back, watch how we selected a question or how we did it, right? So guys, Geeta, Purna, Ramu, Srinivas, if you have anything else to say, please, now is the time, or I'll be ending the session shortly so that we can all continue with the rest of our preparation, right? Today is 3rd November and we have exactly 27 days to go for the CAT, right? Wish you all the best, guys, and stay tuned. Keep checking out our videos. We'll be launching many more initiatives and you'll be getting a lot more useful content over the next 3 weeks, right? See you guys. See you on the other side. See you again in the next session.